All right, welcome back to Crypto Talk. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to discuss Toncoin in this crypto video. And I personally think that Toncoin will see tremendous explosive price action in 2024 when we see a strong crypto bull run. Now, just because I think that, of course, does not mean that I will be correct. I would love to see Toncoin explode, and I think it will. I'm going to share with you a variety of reasons why I think that Toncoin has tremendous upside. For sure, I think at minimum Toncoin 5x's, and I think it's very likely that it could even 10x or more. Now, you, my friend, if you choose to invest in Toncoin or any other crypto for that matter, you're doing so at your own risk. Do not do anything that I say. This video is purely for entertainment-based purposes only, so treat it as such. Do as you wish. You're responsible. You're accountable. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing with you things that I think are opportunity. And if you choose to invest and you make money, good for you. If you choose to invest and you lose money, that's not good, but it's also on you, okay? So I'm not a financial advisor. All right, with that being said, let me share my screen with you. We're going to head over to CoinMarketCap and CoinCodex. We're going to look at some information about Toncoin, and then I'm going to go over to the Toncoin website, and I'll show you a little bit more about what it's about. And I'll share with you, again, these reasons why I think that Toncoin will see such tremendous price action, explosive price action. All right, you ready for this? Okay. Currently, Toncoin is trading at $2.20. Now, very quickly, if we look at Toncoin for the last day, and it's relatively even, of course. If we're looking at the 7-day chart, Toncoin is 0.22 in the red. The 1-month chart, 9.16 down. The 1-year chart, 0.66. So this is just jumping around as we speak. Right now in the 1 month, it's literally 7.4. So you can see that, not only does this coin, jump a little bit back and forth, right? To not get concerned about that, because a lot of cryptos do this, okay? Crypto moves a crazy amount. You can literally see as we're talking here, this will spike, boom, 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 right? So again, this is not something to be concerned about. Crypto does that a lot. So just, if this is your first time seeing it, you might be like, oh my goodness, what in the world's going on? Because these numbers, of course, are changing as we speak. Crypto trades 24/7, which is a beautiful thing. And that's something that I really, really love about crypto, because 24/7 around the clock, you can either make money or you can lose money if you're in the market. All right. So the goal, of course, is to make money. So we're trying to identify opportunities that are, not yet like full on kind of appreciated, so that we can get into those opportunities and we can see appreciation, and then we can exit. And, in that, framework, we generate our money. So think about this. Toncoin right now trading at $2.21. I'll show you very quickly. The market cap here is 7.6 billion. Okay, so I mean, it is 7.6 billion like market cap. That's a decent sized market cap, so it's up there. If we're looking at the all-time high for Toncoin, it was $4.91 December 25, 2021. So that was kind of right at the end of last crypto bull run. The all-time low was September 21, 2021, and it was at 52 cents. And that's very interesting, because this was in September 21. We were seeing strong bull run in 2021 of September, all throughout 2021, right? So when we come back here to CoinMarketCap and we look at this Toncoin in terms of what it's been doing, essentially here, I can see Toncoin literally 2021, and you see right here how low it is, kind of end of October, and then literally start of November, 76 cents, and boom, it spikes up to whatever, 4.5 there, okay? And this was very quick. It then dropped off. Then it had another spike kind of similar to close to that peak there again, and then spiked down, down, down. And ever since, then of course, bear market times here, 2022, right? But even if you look at Toncoin in the bear market times, it even has, gotten a lot of pumps up and down, up and down. Like this is all bear market stuff right here, 2023. So Toncoin even did decent here, and then kind of mid 2023, it plummeted, I should say. I was going to say jumped. It plummeted. And then ever since, it's slowly been going back up. Now, when I say plummeted, I mean, this is not, I don't mean like plummeted in terms of like, it went to zero or whatever. But, it's not uncommon to see huge drop-offs in the crypto market. Okay, so keep that in mind. Again, once we saw kind of October, November roll around, is when we started to see the kind of crypto markets turn to green. And Toncoin, ever since that time, right around here, even a little early, end of August, into or what are we here? This is August, okay? So this is end of July. And essentially from end of July up to here, September, it did pretty well. Then it dipped, then it went up again a little, and now down. And now it has dipped a little, but this is where I think where the opportunity lies in Toncoin. I think that Toncoin, when we look at it on the year, let's look at the 1 year chart for Toncoin. Right? On the year, 0.72%. That's interesting because I think this is interesting since we've seen a lot of cryptos already pump multiple hundred percent wise in the last couple of months. And Toncoin is one of those that has it. I think it has tremendous upside. And also because of what it is, which we're going to get to in a moment. So think of this. In the last month, we haven't seen much action at all in terms of this price. In terms of its price action, it's down anywhere between 9 to 10%. Okay, so you're looking at the chart on the 1 year, and essentially here we saw decent, start of the year there. Then we had a large, decent dip there, kind of throughout, the summer months there, and then ever since kind of August, September, it spiked up a decent amount, dropped off, spiked up some more, kind of went a little sideways, and now it's seen certainly some downward action as of late. So if you were to say to me, hey, should I invest in Toncoin right now? What I would do before we get into what Toncoin is I would go here to the chart. And again, we're just using these charts to potentially help us make a decision. It doesn't mean we're going to be right, but we're just, looking at prior data. And then if we are going to invest in Toncoin, we're going to try to utilize that data to make our decision. And again, it doesn't mean we're going to be right. We could be right. But the more data we have to work with, the more likely it is that we're going to be right. And it's also important to understand what, Toncoin is so we can understand its potential possibility of a price explosion. Okay, and we're going to get to that in a second. But if you're to say just literally off of the chart, would you say, hey, let's invest in Toncoin now? Because on the 1 year chart, even though we've come up a lot here since September, or not a lot, but a decent amount since kind of August, September there, we're kind of going sideways here, and then we're showing some downward action. So you might say, hey, should I maybe wait and see maybe this would dip some more and I could buy Toncoin at a better price and I could get more multiplication when it finally explodes. So what I would do is I would come here to the chart and use this to try to make my decision. And I would say, okay, where are we right now? Of course, we are early 2024. So I would look at and say, well, when has Toncoin shown me in terms of its all? And essentially all I have for Toncoin, its history, is late 2021. So this essentially was right towards the end of the 2020 bull run. And I'm seeing strong, price explosion right there. Okay, drop off, boom. And then now we are in 2022. Again, this is the entering territory of bear market, okay? So essentially it was sliding here. All of this, even though it had little spikes, essentially was just sliding all the way down here till right into the summer months. And here again, we go August. So then August 2022, it kind of turned around, a little spike there, drop off, and then, up all throughout, which is interesting here. If you look at the early points of 2023, it was climbing. Okay, and this is bear market time, so keep that in mind. So it was climbing early 2023. Look at this: January, February, March, April, and then here we're venturing right in the end of April, and right around the end of April, and then it starts its descent. Okay, so essentially the first 4 months of 2023 in a bear market time, Toncoin actually was climbing, which is very interesting, and that's what I want you to kind of keep in mind here, because even though then from April kind of through, where are we here at the bottom, April through July, we saw it go to its floor there. We saw then on August, it started to turn around and started to go back the other direction. So in the very short term, if I'm looking at a very short term perspective, yes, in the last month, it looks like Toncoin is sliding. And even if I look on the year chart, it does look like here that it's going down, but it's still up from its dip. Remember, this was the early 2023 climb. Then this was a dip kind of throughout mid 2023. And then the last part of 2023, again, climb, drop off, climb, and now it looks like it's dropping off. But I think this is interesting because I think that Toncoin, based on what it showed me, and again, we don't have tons of info to work with, but what it has shown me in 2023, it showed me essentially in the first 4 months of 2023, it was climbing nicely. It went through kind of that dip in the summer. And again, 2023 was pretty much all bear market except for the last couple months. And then in those last couple months, it has started to move up, but it certainly hasn't really pumped much at all, especially when we compare it to a lot of other crypto tokens. So I would say that even though it looks like Toncoin is going down right now, I personally wouldn't wait around to get into Toncoin. If you were to wait and it was to dip to $2, of course, I would certainly buy that dip if you want to invest, because I personally think Toncoin will hit $10. But it's also possible that Toncoin hits more than that. Of course, it's also possible that it doesn't. So, you have to invest in these type of things at your own risk. I'm not telling you to do it. So, keep that in mind, okay? Just because I think it will do well doesn't mean that I'll be correct. And, I could be correct, right? So it's a matter of, taking the opportunity if you choose to do so, and then you have to see how it's going to work out for yourself. Okay, now we're going to quickly dive into Toncoin on the website. And I find this actually very interesting, which this is what leads me to believe that Toncoin will 100% go to $10 in the near future. And I think even more is possible for Toncoin. So we're going to look at literally just a 5x to begin with. For sure, I think a 10x all the way up to $20 is a very real possibility. And if I'm being even more optimistic, a lot more could be possible for the Toncoin simply because of what it is. So this is where we come to the website and we dive into Toncoin to get a better understanding of, okay, why would we think that Toncoin could 5x? Why would we think that it could 10x? Or why would we think that it could go more than that? So let's look at a little bit of what Toncoin is. So they say that they're the open network for everyone. And then, of course, they have different things here that you'll see on their website, the open network for starters, right? They're kind of doing their whole kind of little spiel here, right? Telling you what the Ton network, this open network, who it's for, okay? So you can, look at all these things. And then think about this, a decentralized and open internet created by the community using a technology designed by Telegram. This is what's interesting because Ton is built right into the Telegram app. And that's why I think this has such tremendous upside potential, because when you go over here and you see how popular, for example, Telegram is, and Telegram has continued to grow, especially Telegram has kind of been positioning itself as a more kind of private or secure messaging app. So Toncoin will be Toncoin is integrated with Telegram. So literally Telegram users will be able to, from their Telegram account, access their wallets, their Toncoin, and all sorts of things that they can do with it crypto related, from NFTs to, all sorts of digital asset stuff that they're going to be able to do with this Toncoin. And all you need is a Telegram account. So if you think about Toncoin, they're going to be able to essentially reach all of the Telegram people kind of in a very streamlined manner, because everybody that has Telegram, and there's a lot of people that have Telegram, I don't even know how many, millions of people have Telegram, but, it could even be venturing towards, who knows if it's even a billion. I didn't know that, Telegram is that big. Let's do a quick Google search. How many users does Telegram have? Okay, we'll just see how many users does Telegram have 2023. 800 million, okay? So certainly, look at this, closing in on a billion. Telegram is closing in on a billion customers right now. This Toncoin is integrated directly with Telegram. Essentially, these are people that can enter the digital world, the crypto world, the digital Web3 world, literally directly from Telegram with Toncoin built in. And that's why I think this is so powerful, because it has literal direct integration with everybody that's on Telegram. A seamless, right to the point. Like if you're any other crypto project, how do you reach people, right? This essentially can reach everybody right on Telegram. And I think this is what's so interesting about this. You'll be able to buy and trade, swap cryptocurrencies on decentralized exchanges, accept payments effortlessly, cross chain transfers, nominator pools. And there's some things here that certainly I don't understand, like nominator pools. I don't understand a lot about that yet. But it's interesting in terms of its potential because of the fact that it's integrated with Telegram, and all you need is a Telegram account. And there's so many, like we just saw 800 million plus growing Telegram users. So it's really intriguing what this has in terms of its capability. So they're kind of, positioning themselves as, something that could really take off, something that hasn't really taken off just yet. And when I also look at Ton right now, and I look at the charts over on CoinMarketCap, what's really intriguing to me about Ton is that essentially I see data for Ton on the all-time chart right around here, like towards tail end of 2021. The last quarter of 2021, Ton comes onto the scene. This is right around the end of the bull market, explodes, and then drops off. So it hasn't even really seen a full bull market. So if you give Ton a full bull market, I think that it easily blows past its all-time high, easy. And again, I think it goes to 10 easy. I think that's an easy 5x in a strong crypto bull run. And I think because we haven't seen Ton experience the actual full-on crypto bull market, we could see Toncoin explode like massively. Now, personally, I haven't seen a lot of people talking about Toncoin, and I'm not quite sure why, but I've come across this and I certainly have found it intriguing. And just to kind of finish up here this video before we end it, you can see here, build your product for a global audience, unlock access to millions of Telegram users. So you can essentially build apps on this Ton network And by doing this, your app can unlock access to millions of Telegram users with one-click app launch, direct advertising, along with viral and retention mechanics based in the messenger. Millions of users have been onboarded to Ton via wallet. So this is really interesting because this is a blockchain project that you can essentially not only utilize for trading crypto, etc. You can build applications on this project as well and launch them to Telegram members. So I think Ton has explosive growth potential, just because of the fact of how it's integrated into the Telegram ecosystem. And for me, that is major money. All right. With that being said, hey, if you choose to invest in Toncoin, as I already said, it's your choice. Just because I think that it has tremendous upside does not mean that it will. It absolutely could. I think we're going to see explosive growth for Toncoin in 2024 should we see a strong crypto bull run continue. The reason I also think that Toncoin is a relatively safe investment right now is because it hasn't really boomed a lot. So if we were to see a delay in the crypto market, or if we were to see a drop in the crypto markets and you were to have bought Toncoin, I don't think that the drop off would be too significant. And essentially that once it starts pumping, you don't have to go too far up to recover your money. That is in the event that the market was to reverse and a bull run was to get delayed. But it looks like more and more that we're seeing a bull run. Things are lining up with things continuing to appreciate. And so I don't know that you'll have an opportunity to buy Toncoin for much lower than it is right now. I don't know, if it's going to go down. I don't know if it's going to go up, but I do think that it will continue to explode when it starts to see upward movement. And I think that it'll easily blow past 10 simply because it has not yet experienced a full-on crypto bull market. And with what it is, I think it has such amazing upside that 10 for Toncoin is very doable. And like I already said, possibly 20 and maybe even more. Who knows? Maybe it's going to completely blow everything out of the water that even I thought it would do. And so if you were to be an investor in Toncoin, you could see certainly great returns. Now, again, at your own risk, of course, if you choose to do so. And with that being said, if you do want to buy Toncoin and or other cryptos, you can seamlessly swap and trade cryptos completely free using MEXC Crypto Exchange via the first link in the description of the video below. When you have a spot account with MEXC, they're not going to charge you for trading cryptos when you buy and sell them. So you can literally, sell hundreds of thousands of different cryptos that they have available on the exchange, completely free, like I said, inside your spot account via the first link in the description of the video. However, it's also important that you understand if you do use MEXC, it is a cryptocurrency exchange. And while I trust MEXC, you have to understand that when you have your money on these exchanges, anything could happen. And you want to be careful with making sure that your money is not all in one place. So I would encourage you to distribute your money around. Utilize different wallets, whether you use different centralized exchanges or different decentralized exchanges, or even cold storage wallets. If you want access to a cold storage wallet where you can essentially store your crypto offline, then the second link in the description below will give you access to a Ledger wallet. You can purchase that Ledger wallet and utilize it to store your crypto offline. That's one of the safer ways to store your crypto, other than leaving it on an exchange, because by leaving it on an exchange, if something was to happen to the exchange, like for example, FTX collapsed in 2022, if you have funds on an exchange and it was to go, something funky was to happen with it, your funds would be gone. So this is why I encourage you to either store your crypto offline, or at least portions of it offline, and or utilize a bunch of different exchanges. So essentially you're spreading your crypto around to different exchanges. Different crypto exchanges like centralized exchanges, MEXC, of course, is one of them, Coinbase, Crypto.com, these are centralized exchanges. With these centralized exchanges, you can trade whatever cryptos they have on the exchanges. However, you can also know that with these centralized exchanges, for the most part, they're going to charge you pretty high fees. Things like Coinbase and Crypto.com charge you high fees to trade your cryptos, whereas MEXC does not charge you anything, which is why I like MEXC when you trade inside your spot account. That's personally why I prefer MEXC. And MEXC is a little bit looser with the regulations. Like, for example, Crypto.com and Coinbase are much more strict with their regulations in terms of you having to upload your information, etc., to verify your identity, whereas with MEXC, you don't have to do that, at least not yet. So it's a little bit easier to use MEXC. But again, not all your funds I would encourage you to keep on one crypto exchange. So an alternative to these centralized exchanges are decentralized exchanges. Things like Trust Wallet and MetaMask are popular decentralized wallets. I personally, utilize these wallets myself. I distribute all my crypto across different wallets. And essentially what I'll be doing with my different crypto wallets that I have is I might have certain holdings in one and other holdings in another, and I'll move them around from time to time depending on what I feel is necessary for me to do. Now, again, I distribute it across decentralized and centralized wallets, including cold storage wallets, and you can do what you want. But remember, if you use decentralized wallets, you have to make sure that you always remember your password, and you have to have your 12 word, like your key recovery phrase written down somewhere. I encourage you to not write it in your notes on your computer, but in a book or on a piece of paper somewhere where you can keep it secure. And you have to know that with these decentralized wallets, if you ever forget your password, you have no way of getting into your account unless you know your 12-word secret recovery phrase. So that's why it's important to write these things down. So if you're using decentralized wallets or decentralized exchanges, if you were to lose your info, you cannot log back in because it's on you. There's no middle party, okay? Whereas with decentralized exchanges, there's a middle party. Like if you lose your password or you forget your password, you say, reset password or forgot password, right? And then they send you a link to, change your password, etc. Right? So keep that in mind. Centralized exchanges, you don't have to worry about that. Whereas with decentralized exchanges, you just have to make sure that you know what your password is, that you have it written down somewhere, and your key recovery phrases are also written down somewhere. And remember, if you use decentralized wallets, things like Trust Wallet and MetaMask, if you ever are to buy crypto where you have to connect a third-party website to your account to claim tokens, this is very popular when you're doing, crypto airdrops, or when you're associating with buying tokens in pre-sale that you later claim after they launch. You essentially would have to connect your wallet to this third-party, let's say, website, where you can buy tokens and you'll later be able to claim them. Make sure that you never, ever, ever enter your 12-word phrases on any website, because you'll have people saying, hey, you can claim these free tokens. All I need is your 12-word key phrases. Enter them here for connecting your wallet. Or different type of ways that they're going to try to get your 12-word key phrases from you. You want to make sure that you never, ever, ever give your 12-word key phrases to anyone, because if you ever enter your 12 keyword phrases, when connecting a third-party website with your wallet, essentially you're giving them access to your wallet, and any crypto holdings that you have in there, they can go and steal. And you can be assured that if you ever get asked to enter those on any website that is outside of directly on the Trust Wallet or MetaMask or whichever wallet service that you're using, that if you hold anything in there and you enter those, then you will lose all your crypto, because whoever you're giving it access to will steal your crypto, okay? So keep that in mind. I'm not trying to overwhelm you. To keep it super simple, you can literally just use the first link in the description to sign up for XC. That's a centralized exchange. Like I already said, you can trade hundreds of thousands of cryptos in there completely free inside your spot account. They're not going to charge you any money for buying or selling any sort of cryptocurrency if you do it inside the spot account, okay? And if you want an additional security, then that second link in the description, as I already mentioned, will give you access to that cold storage wallet. You literally buy that and you'll be able to store your crypto offline, and then you can sell it whenever you want. Again, with all of this being said, I appreciate you for tuning in. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to do this. If you make money, it's on you. If you lose money, it's also on you. Crypto is one of the best opportunities that we have right now to multiply our wealth in the fastest manner possible. Of course, you can also lose it super fast, but this is why we try to make calculated, somewhat wise and strategic decisions, trying to identify tokens that are down, that have huge upside. And when we align that with a market cycle that is showing us it's going to go to the upside, and we buy at a great time, then we have our money that we put in will see great appreciation, and then we can sell that off at a great time and capture those gains. And so this is the point of this. And this is why I'm sharing these opportunities with you, but I'm not a financial advisor. So don't take this as me telling you to do it. And again, remember, your risk, your responsibility, accountability. Take accountability. It's going to be one of the best things you can ever do for yourself in your life, in every aspect of your life. Hey, I appreciate you for tuning in. Like the video if you haven't already. Leave any thoughts or questions you have in the comment section for me below. If you have any other crypto coins you want me to cover, let me know, and I'll do my best to make videos on them. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss future crypto talk videos coming your way. I appreciate you. Stay blessed and have an amazing rest of your day. Let's get this money. Let's go.